Yeah?
Yeah.
My number 2 is a video game called Destiny by a studio called Bungie. And man, very excited to talk about this game. So I would quite, if someone asked me, as people do, what's your favourite game of all time? If there is someone who doesn't know about games, I always say Halo. If there's someone who does know about games, I normally say Rez, which is probably technically true. But people don't. You don't really have to explain what Rez is to like someone's, your wife's friend's husband or something. Like when you're in the bar, you just don't want them to do that. So Halo's always the easy choice. So yeah, but I do. I mean, that game kind of did massive things for me when I was like 19 when it came out. Really kind of opened my eyes to what action games could be. It was so much. It was such a level beyond anything else I'd played. Like I say many times, I didn't have a PC when I was gaming growing up. So yeah, Halo just kind of blew mine and many millions of other people's minds. And basically, Bungie have basically not put a fuck wrong for me since then, apart from some elements of the campaign of Halo 2. An underrated campaign, in my opinion. Like some of the levels with the Arbiter are absolutely fucking amazing in Halo 2.
Yeah.
Get some grief. But regardless, anyway, on a tangent, this is their new game, and I didn't really understand what it was at all. But I was like, well, I'm going to play it because it's Bungie, and it's going to be amazing because it's Bungie. But I don't really know what it is. And having played the alpha on PlayStation 4 this weekend, I can now, I think, explain what it is in very simple terms. It's Halo mixed with a game like Fallout / Skyrim, but more Fallout in space with MMO elements. So it kind of has a World of Warcraft element. But you know all the shit stuff about MMOs that nobody wants to do, like clicking and wizards. It doesn't have any of that stuff. Actually, it does. It does have wizards in it for some reason. They're called moon wizards in the bit that I played, but that doesn't matter. Basically, it's like an infinite Halo set in an amazing world that you can just walk around at your own pace and discover. The first part of the alpha is a mission. So you get dropped on the world and you get a marker to go to. So you just kind of go there, and it's kind of a corridor-based shooting mission with Peter Dinklage talking to you. So he plays the ghost thing. It's one of those floaty things that's in Halo. It's just the same.
This has already been going viral, hasn't it? The Peter Dinklage voice acting stuff.
Yeah, it's not very good. But the lines aren't very good, and maybe, I don't know, it was not like so bad that it upset me. It's just, he's such an amazing actor, it's kind of weird that it's so wooden. But anyway, the mission is very, it's kind of a limited mission. You go through some corridors, open the door, shoot some baddies, shoot a few more baddies, then this kind of like boss baddie comes out, and it's kind of hard. And that's it. And I think if someone jumped in and played that, I still really enjoyed that because straight away it felt like I was playing Halo. And I just love the combat and the feel of Halo so much that I liked it anyway. But you play that and you think, okay, well, kind of what is this game? If it's like Halo, but it has like Borderlands numbers coming off the baddies, and you might have played that in co-op, and you might not have. But then you can unlock in the game's menu something called Explore, which puts you into basically the same place that you started that level on, but lets you explore it in a completely open world. And it's actually really quite a large environment. It's just in Russia in the game, and there's going to be many of these open worlds that you can kind of fly to in your spaceship from a menu, Mass Effect style point of view, rather than physically flying there. But yeah, for an alpha, this is a good large chunk of map. And in that, it will be sporadic enemies at different levels are dotted about that you can just go and fight. Some will be much higher than your level, so they kind of mess you up. And then there's missions all over the place, signified by glowing beacons. And you go up, and some might just be, can you clear out this area? But then, and I was thinking, okay, well, this is just an alpha, it's just stuff like this. I'm still really enjoying it because the combat feels so nice. But then one was like, okay, we need to go and find like this weird enemies causing some sort of server problems or something like that. So we need to go and take it out. And I was like, okay. And then it sent me through a tunnel, and then I realised that what I thought was a tiny, not tiny area, but a relatively modest open world area, actually you went through a building and you realised it's fucking huge, and it's like 6 times bigger than what I thought it was, which is amazing to be honest. And yeah, this whole mission that you go through is superb. You just end up in this huge open area, and it's being patrolled by these different enemies, and it's like snipers on roofs, and it feels like when you go out into the big areas in Halo, and like battles are kicking off, and then like there's other people, real people in that world, and they're having their own battles, and you can go up and join with them, and salute them and dance with them, and things like that, and then go off and continue on your mission, which is amazing. And then like got past that mission, went back out, and then something called a public event happened where this giant tank came in, this spider tank, and all these different people were shooting it from different teams, and I just thought, this is absolutely amazing, I could play this forever. And then I played maybe a bit more of the single/co-op player stuff, and I just kind of thought, I want to put this down and wait for it to come out. I'll play the beta as well when it comes out in July, but this is something to savour, I think. And I sunk a few hours into it for sure, but I didn't want to absolutely exhaust the area in the alpha and see every little inch of it, because I wanted to do that when I can also go to other worlds and enjoy the game in its fullest.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds really cool. I mean, I've seen loads of people talking about it over the last weekend or so. Not coming out on PC, so PC gamer, where there's so many of it's kind of like roots in kind of, in PC gaming, like it's a first-person shooter MMO. It's a bit disappointing it's not coming out on PC, but nonetheless, like, like it just looks like a really impressive piece of work. And like, if that's one area you're moving through, then how big is the actual game?
Enormous, I think.
Yeah.
Enormous. I mean, they've been making this game for years, and I know that Activision are pouring like an absurd amount of money into this game as well.
Yeah.
They're going hard. This is like they want this game to have the impact that the first Halo has. You can tell, like they believe in this game so much, and I'm not surprised from what I played. I thought it was amazing. And I love Halo combat. I love it. I think it's like nothing's ever come close to it in terms of single player shooters. I like other single player shooters. Some of them are fantastic, but nothing's ever even come remotely close to the Halo makes you feel like a hero, man. That's what it does. It makes you feel like a hero. It makes you feel like a superhero. It makes you feel like you can do things that are impossible. You're constantly clutching victory from the jaws of defeat. And Destiny has that as well, plus all of this breadth. It's just infinite Halo. That's what I'm calling it. Also, I played there's also in the alpha there was a competitive multiplayer, which let you play an equivalent of domination mode from Call of Duty. 3 points you have to capture. It was fine. It felt kind of like Halo multiplayer with it's slightly less time to kill the people. To be honest, I was like, this isn't as good as Titanfall, is it? It's not. So I'm going to go back to. I think where the game's going to shine is in this kind of MMO open world space, and there's a story and these strike missions and all these different things you can do within it, and loot and different weapons and weapon upgrades, and it's just huge. It's absolutely huge. And most games like that, you walk around clicking things. This game, you go around playing Halo in it. God damn.